What's going on, everybody? Well, I got the dog. Today's the second day in the truck. We left home yesterday, and first time him sleeping in the truck and all that good stuff. I named him Cornbread. He's laying on the console right here, asleep. When I get down here, I'll show y'all what he looks like. I had a scriber see me at the Loves over in Goshen this morning. Shout out to him. Hope you got your load that you was trying to get, and payroll took care of you. So, and you can tell your wife, yes, I got the lab. He took a picture, sent it to his wife. That was pretty cool. I'm definitely going to get some kind of lint roller or something for all the dog hair on my shirt. Didn't think about that. But we got us a small bumper pull going to California. I think it's 26. We're in Middlebury, heading over here. We still got about 5 more miles. We'll be there to pick it up. Excuse me. But I noticed the load board. So if you're new and you're looking at the load board kind of freaking out, I've noticed that like some of the Californias and Floridas and stuff like that, the load has dropped the pay-wise, and all the other ones are going to Washington and all them are still up. Well, I think, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, the reason that they're doing that is trying to just get them other ones hauled and everybody stay away from the new ones that put on there. They want to go to the warm weather. Everybody's trying to stay out of the bad weather, snow and ice, high winds and stuff like that. Which, you know, can't blame them. But the weather in some of those areas has been kind of rough. Got a friend over there in Laramie. He got shut down over there for a day just because of the winds, high winds. And but we're gonna go over here, get loaded up, and oh yeah, I had a question that was asked to me about slow time. So far, I started last January, and it is January 13th. So I've been here a little over a year and like a week or so. The only slowdowns that I've seen is like the first part of January. I guess from Christmas to the first part of January, the people quit making campers. They take off for like 2 weeks.
In a quarter mile, turn left on Indiana 13 North.
And usually Indiana tries to stack up enough loads, and all these other companies try to stack up enough loads so it don't affect. It just slows down. You still get loads. It just might not be the one that you want right then. But give it time. They come back to work, start pumping these things out. And there was one more whenever I first started, which was kind of weird. It slowed down at a prime time, but that was whenever they run out of parts. They couldn't get parts, and of course everybody was having trouble getting parts because of chips. And whenever that chip place burnt down, that was the skimpiest I think I've ever seen it for a few weeks. But other than that that usually don't happen unless any more chip places want to burn down. But that usually don't happen. I think this is pretty much the slowest part is between Christmas and New Year's, those 2 weeks right in there where they take off and it starts getting back going. Then I think everything picks back up and gets back to normal. Y'all be careful out there, all the weather and all that good stuff. But we're gonna head over here, see what we get into, and we'll be back. Just want to show y'all Cornbread. He's working hard, ain't he? Say hi, Cornbread. Alrighty, here she is. 26 foot. You wanna look for everything. Look at the lights, make sure ain't no scratches, make sure ain't no dings. Also check the VIN number, make sure it is the right one. Make sure it's got a breakaway cable. Those things like to come up missing. Well, I'm gonna finish checking this one out and see if I can see anything on it that we need to call in or make sure of. But don't look too bad. Wonder what she weighs. Alrighty, we got it all hooked up. Got the weight distribution bars on. Just remember when you get them on, you know, you want them tight, not too tight, and not loose. Got the cables on. Got the padlock with the breakaway cable and the electricity plug going through it. And everything else looked good on it. So we're about ready to ride, but I was wanting to show you this. This right here is not my camper. It's a Freedom Express, but look, it is a leash holder and bottle opener. I seen this when I had Cornbread out here. You raise this through. And of course he didn't like being in one little spot. And then it goes on the side like that. And then there it is. I thought that was pretty cool to put on the camper. Bottle opener and dog leash. Well, we're gonna get ready to do our logbook and head out, and we'll be back. Alrighty, we got her all loaded up, got back in the truck, and before I got Cornbread out, I left him in the truck a little bit to get everything looked out and check out. I had to get my jacket out because, you know, it's 34 degrees out there, spitting snow. I got back in a truck. He done got in my garbage. He done got bite marks all in my bread. I got to throw my bread away, go get some new bread. He's not hungry because he ate a bowl and a half of dog food this morning for breakfast and a dog biscuit. And now look at him. But anyway, we'll get back to the camper. All right. 26 foot bumper pull. All right, Transcend. It is 6,536 pounds shipping weight. Now, GVWR weight is 7,995 pounds. So in all, I think we're gonna get, it's gonna be a good ride. We got the weight distribution bars on, all that good stuff. In Indiana Transport, you're supposed to have them on before you leave out. In one of the comments, they said they don't use them, but over here you have to. When I first started, you did not, but there was starting to be a lot of accidents and claims, I reckon, so now you have to. But I think we should get pretty good fuel, as long as we don't hit in no high wind and stuff like that. And, well, let's get on the road and see what we can get into. Hello, everybody. Woke up this morning. We're in Joplin, Missouri, at the Petro, exit 4. Just got out of the shower, getting ready to head out. But I was wanting to talk a little bit about the weight distribution hitch. Getting a lot of questions on it. So I figured I'd put a little bit of information in this video. Got Cornbread in there, bought him a little doggy bone. Thinking about sending him to a school. What do y'all think? Call about a school in my location, about $700. Y'all know if a school is worth sending the dog to, you know, get it all trained and everything. If you do, let me know down below, and I'd really appreciate it. All right, well, let's get back to the RV stuff. I know I'm rambling along about the dog stuff. but it's his first trip, so got to put a little bit in there about him. All right, I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you on the weight distribution. All right, now I put videos out to show you how to hook them up, and if I need to do another one, I can do another one better, because that was when I first getting started or anything, and try to make it as clear as possible. But the importance of having one. I have a Husky 10,000 pound weight distribution hitch, and if you notice, it's got a little slant to it. See if I can't put it over here. It's got a little bit of a slant to it. Now it can be adjusted on the slant of how much you want, and you do that by, you see the washers right in there, you take them in. If you want more, take them out. See right there at boat, tighten it up. Also, don't forget to grease it. And that way you can adjust it. Like right now, I've got 10 pounds of air in my airbags, and you can see my bars are pretty level, and this thing is riding like a dream. I mean, it ain't but what, 6,500 pounds, something like that. I can't remember. I put it in a video. 26 foot. But the wind, see, 26 foot, kind of a lightweight, so the wind be a factor, part of it. I've had some questions, people running them without it, and the truck is staying straight and the trailer's all over the place. They can't get over 65 on the interstate. Well, the reason is these bars. And if you work with Indiana Transport, you're supposed to have the bars on before you pull out. It doesn't matter if you got a 3/4 ton. It doesn't matter if you've got a dually, 1 ton. Yes, you have an extra axle on the ground, which helps with the wind of the truck. It really does. But the weight distribution bars, you're still going to need it, because once you got them on, you're connected and you're one. So as it pushes, it's gonna, you're gonna feel the truck go this way. And especially passing 18-wheelers, a lot of people, when they first start driving out, they're in the lane, they're rather passing an 18-wheeler or an 18-wheeler's passing them, and they get sucked in. That happens, and it is less with the bars on. So if you're going to be pulling a bumper, it's pretty safe to have them on, unless you're going a few miles down the road or whatever. But I'm going to California, and there's a lot of places with high wind. It could kick up at any time, and it's very dangerous not having with. And some companies you have to, like the company I'm with, you have to have it on. Alrighty, so that was on some of the questions about it. And like I said, the reason you can't get over 65, and if you're in wind anyway, even with the bars on, don't get so cocky with them, that because even with the bars on, wind still can blow you over. You're just connected to the truck now. Be safe out there. The Windy app. I've talked about the Windy app before, and there's a lot of people out there still don't know about the Windy app. So if y'all use the Windy app, you see somebody that does not, try to show them the Windy app. Though the Windy app really helps out a lot, because you can see distance, times, and the important stuff of the app. It's always to plan your trip, to look at everything. Like right now, I'm getting ready to leave out. Before I start my logbook, I'm gonna look at the Windy app. I'm gonna see if it's gonna be some high gusts out that way, so I can do my route around it, or know I'm gonna have to stop before or whatever. I had like I said, I had a buddy stuck up there in Laramie for a day because the wind was up there with 65-mile-an-hour gusts. And out that way, they'll close the interstate down for pretty much for camper haulers, stuff like that. So it's use the Windy app. And people out there that don't know about it, tell them about it. It's a very good app. It's free to download, and it's got a lot of good information on it. Well, that's all the rambling I'm going to do here. So we're getting ready to head out, and we're going to try to make it to New Mexico tonight. And y'all be safe, and we'll see what else we can get into. All right, talking about the Windy app again. I looked on the Windy app, and just got into Oklahoma. I am 26 miles from the first tow booth, and the tow booth up here, there's two of them going across here, dropping down, and they're $12.25 a piece, and they take cash. Don't have cash whenever you come up here. They don't take debit cards or anything like that, or you have to pull over the side, go in and use ATM machine or whatever. Cost you some time and aggravation right there as you're on the tow road here on 44. But I just looked at the Windy app. I mean, 25 mile an hour gush right now, and which I can feel it. I'm doing 73, and I can feel it. And I know when I pass these 18-wheelers up here, there's two of them, that I'm going to feel it even more. So what I try to do is, like, if I'm going to pass one, try to get close to the yellow line. Try to leave as much room, because a lot of the people driving the 18-wheelers, they don't know that they pull you into them. And a lot of them swerving anyway, watching TV or playing on their phones or electronics, all that bull crap. They don't pay attention about driving no more. So I'm hugging the yellow line a little bit, getting a little extra room for safety, because I don't want to get sucked in. And if you give it, the more room that you give, it's not going to suck in as bad. Now, if I didn't have the weight distribution bars on, I don't believe I could be doing 73 right now. I mean, probably could, but I know as I looked on the Windy app, as I come into Texas right now, look like it's got a big wind circulation that's coming down from out of Nebraska and all that. It's coming down. It's into Texas right there. It was, excuse me, 41, 42, 43 mile an hour wind that I'm gonna be getting into later on. So that's a lot for a 20-foot or 26-foot camper that I have on. So it's going to slow me down a lot. But I'm not going too much farther Amarillo. I'm going to go right into New Mexico over to Russell Truck Stop, and that's where I'm going to park at tonight. And like, see Farmer's, he's in front of me right now. I don't know if you can tell, but it's zoomed in enough to tell. He's got a big old fifth wheel camper, toy hauler, and the wind's not going to affect him much as it's going to affect me, because I got a lightweight bumper pull. The fifth wheels do better than the wind, but the only bad thing about that, especially, he got a triaxle, so he's got a big one. The triaxles ride real good. Triaxles, toy haulers and the campers, they ride better than one of the two. I mean, they're smooth. I like pulling them. But even with, all right, I got the bumper pull. I can feel the wind. The wind I feel right now, he's not going to feel. The bad thing about it is, when the wind gets up high enough to where he feels it, then it's too dangerous. Then it to be a chance of a gust and hit up to turn you over or anything like that. That's why I think it's important to have the Windy app, and it's, like I said before, it's free to download. Don't cost nothing. Apple, Android, both got them. So whenever I'm in the right-hand lane and I look in my mirror and I see an 18-wheeler that's coming, I get, a little close to the white line. That way it gives a little bit more, because you know, like truck come over here and he's crossed the dotted line, he tries to sucks me in, the camper comes over, and if you didn't have the weight distribution bars on, it would easily be able to suck you in a whole lot easier, and the truck, you don't even know it, and just reach over and smack the camper. And you got damages, you got accidents, cause a big mess. That's why it's important, I think, to look at the Windy app, look at the weather. I got two different weathers, weather bug, and on the weather bug, you can mark locations. What I usually do is I know the areas I usually run, so I'll mark key locations where it's, if I'm running Interstate 80, if I'm running Interstate 40, 44, wherever, like I'll put in Amarillo, I'll put in North Platte, I'll put in everything I'm gonna run. Excuse me. I've been trying to get over a daggum cold for the last few days, and it's, y'all can probably tell, like the oil change video, I was fighting it then. The fuel filter video, I was fighting it then, still fighting it now, but just trying to get over it. And I apologize that the video is not good or whatever. But I just think that's very important. Keep up your weather. Put locations in there so you get weather alerts. Like I have the weather alerts pop up on my phone, and also in my Lynx Web radio that I have in my truck. I have I download the WeatherBug app, and also the weather that the local weather iPhones have. I have it too. That way, if one misses it, I got the other. Now, you go to those locations and you type in the fall, and you can put it down where you want it to snow, whatever you want, which is very important, because if I'm looking at the load board looking for a load, and I had a weather alert go off that North Nebraska or Laramie, Wyoming is got wind advisory, high wind alerts, and or snow alerts, blizzard alerts, whatever, then I know I'm not going to want to run that way, not because I'm scared to get out here and play in a little bit of snow. I did that a lot last year, and done it a lot in the 18-wheelers. It don't make it safe, but it's a sitting time. You're going to take a load without looking at the weather, and you're running out that way, and you're shut down for 2 days, and you're sitting at a truck stop for 2 days. You're spending money. You're not making money. You're killing time. So that's where you can look. If you picked one going to California and it's telling you to run Interstate 80, like the one that I have on right now, I could have run Interstate 80, and I think it was 100 miles quicker. So I'm running the bottom side. I'm gonna go Interstate 40 into Cali over to 15. And the reason I'm gonna run that extra 100 miles is because I done had a friend shut down in Laramie. I've been getting weather alerts popping up on my phone, high winds, and shut down in Nebraska, Laramie, Wyoming, different parts of Wyoming. So I don't want to take that chance. I looked this way. The weather's great. I didn't see no storms. I didn't see no snow, like Flagstaff. Now that's another one. That's pretty much when you're running this way. That's one of the key ones you want to keep an alert on. And I looked at the whole. I went and hit the weather bug and hit the 10-day forecast. You know, check it all out. Make sure there wasn't gonna be no snow. And it's not. So I choose to run 100 miles, which is gonna cost me an hour and a half. And then, you know, of course, the 100 miles in fuel, but it's better than sitting 2 days, day and a half, or 1 day, a burn on the top side. So wherever you're wanting to run before you pick that load. That's why it makes it easier to hit the alerts and everything. So if you're sitting at home, you know, okay, I gotta leave out today, so I'm gonna pick a load, and all these alerts are going off on your phone, different areas. You can just look, okay, I know I don't want to go that way. That way it'd be easier to pick a load. So you're picking one, you're being smarter, you're being safer, and it's less chance of you getting stranded out, sitting a day or two at a truck stop, or run into some bad weather, have an accident, or anything like that. And I just thought that was some safety tips and everything. And also, I've had some questions about 3/4 ton, 1 ton. Alright, I'm going to give you my opinion on this. And my opinion really don't matter. It's whatever you want to do. And I know everybody's going to have their opinion on it. And they may agree with me. They may not agree with me. But I have a 2500 Dodge Ram 2018 model. Alright, it's 3/4 ton. I had a choice when I went and bought the trucks if I wanted a 3/4 ton or if I wanted a dually, which is a 1 ton. But I actually started hauling 18-wheelers before I started coming over to haul campers. And I would pull a trailer, and then I would hook up the trailer to an 18-wheeler, put chains on it, jack it up, and then pull up my pickup on top of it, which a dually would fit, but it's real dangerous to get it on it. And then I hook up there, and I would drive the 18-wheeler and pull 18-wheeler, 2 18-wheelers in my truck. So that's what I bought the truck for. And I started hauling campers, and I started realizing that the good thing about, you can pick either one you want to. Either truck, I don't know if y'all seen that. It's the reason I kind of hesitate on talking. As that 18-wheeler passed C Farmer, he got over on the line and kind of pulled C Farmer. So you seen him, he wiggled a little bit. And the 18-wheeler, not knowing, crowding us, But anyway, to me, it doesn't really matter which one. It's whatever you feel comfortable driving. Some people don't feel comfortable driving with the wider truck, longer truck. If you want a long wheelbase, short wheelbase, get what you Dodge 4 Chevy. Get what you're comfortable driving. Get what you like, because I don't want to sit here and say this is what I got and this is what I think you should get, and then you go out and buy a 3/4 Dodge and transmission goes out and it's in the shop, and you're in my comments blowing them up. Probably not in a good way, but I don't want to do that. I'm just saying my opinion. Could I do this in a dually? Absolutely. The weight, my 3/4 ton weighs less, and I know people are going to say that you can haul more in the dually, and that's not true. You can haul more weight in the 3/4 ton. Both trucks can take it. I've got 253,000 miles on mine. Minimum in issues. Hardly nothing going wrong with it at all. Knock on wood. But sorry about that. But if I had to go do it all over again, I really do like my 3/4 ton. Now, maybe I might look at a mega cab, have more room in the back. I think that might be a plus. or look at the dually if it's got more room, you know, in the back. I would look at that because I wouldn't be afraid to have either truck to do this job with. Now, the benefit of having a dually is you do have, and I was saying on the weight distribution bars, you do have an extra tire on each side on the ground, so it does help with the wind. But you know, you also got 2 more tires to buy and stuff like that, more to maintain. So I don't know if I had to do it all over again. I don't know which one I would pick, because I've been very happy with my 3/4 ton. And I have, for the ones that says I cannot haul more than a dually, and I know you're going to be in the comments, I'm going to put in the description a little piece of information I want you to go and read that is from the DOT handbook. I've got it, and it where you have weight pretty much exemption, you know, because they're going to go off your tag, 26,000 pound tag. Don't go over that though. Then they can get you. But I will put that in the description below to give you some information to read on. I think there's some good information and more knowledge that you have. And plus, I think it's also good if get it and print it out, have it in your truck, just in case that you run across an officer that does not know, and they are out there. You can show them the piece of paper that comes from their handbook. So I will put that in the links down below. And CDL, non-CDL, well, that's why I'm gonna put that link in it below, because according to that, it doesn't matter. There's exemption, and I didn't even know this. I had another driver who showed me that he works with a smaller company, and his whole company carries this piece of paper around in their truck because of what we're hauling. It's different. And if you'll go and look at it, it will tell you how it breaks it down and all that good stuff. And I think it might be a good piece of paper to have in your truck. So, 4-wheel drive, non-4-wheel drive. Y'all have seen my videos. I am leaving the 4-wheel drive. I don't care what truck you got, Dodge, Chevy, or Ford. And there is a video I think I was picking up and going to Pensacola, Florida. That video, I made that video, and first time I went to that location to load, and I backed up. It was a 5th wheel, pretty good size one, hooked up, and I was spinning a little bit to get to it because I was in the mud. Hooked up, got loaded, and I was going to get a little bit of footage of me driving out. I thought it would look cool, you know, on there. So I kept my mic on, went set up the tripod, and as I went back to the truck, get ready to leave, it was stuck. I couldn't go nowhere. I was spinning. I didn't know I was already stuck when I started filming. That just happened that way. So I put it in 4-wheel drive, and you got to see how easy it was to pull out with the 4-wheel drive. 4-wheel drives come in handy. If I didn't have 4-wheel drive, I'd have to figure out another way to get out. And I have used 4-wheel drive in another video where it was snowing and I was getting sideways a little bit. So I backed out of it, got everything straightened up, quit spinning, put it in 4-wheel drive high, and I made it home. And I was loaded with a small camper. And last year, me, C Farmer, and another friend, we was running Interstate 80 a lot, running back and forth in the wintertime. And we're talking about, we've set a couple days in the daggum blizzards and stuff like that. So we're trying to do a little bit smarter this year. And we drove in a lot of bad stuff. And we all use 4-wheel drive. I think it's very handy. So the 4-wheel drive, in my opinion, you need one. My opinion on the CDLs, I have one. But according to what I'm understanding, you don't have to have one. Check on it. The piece of paper that I'm gonna put down below, just check on it and all that good stuff to make sure, for your safety, for your benefit, that you're saving your butt. Ain't that's the main thing. Everybody saves their butt. Everybody want to make the money and spend less money out here on the road doing this. Well, looks like we're fixing to get out, let Cornbread out, and I will be back. Alrighty, I wanted to show y'all the Windy app and some of the stuff that it can help with. Like, I've been shut down, and I thought I was gonna make it there, right there where the wind is getting up, and you can see that that's, with a light camper like I have, it's just too much to be driving. But y'all need to check out the Windy app if you haven't. Alrighty, well, we just stopped by, come out of the last toll right there, and looking at the Windy app, and the wind, it was up there. I was trying to avoid. Looked like it's going to hit us in the south. We was wanting to make it over at the Russell truck stop. We're not going to be able to tonight. The wind is it's in the 20s right now. I think that's what it was. I done the screen on my app to show the Windy app, and it's showing the direction the wind going. Over in Texas, in one spot, it's up to 50 miles an hour right now. And the way that it's moving, you know, you can see that you can look at the times on the Windy app. We're going to try to make it to Sarah, Oklahoma, but we're actually going to hit it a little bit before we get to Sarah, Oklahoma. But we're going to at least try to make it to Sarah, Oklahoma, if that's possible. But it looks like right now, another driver is over in Amarillo and sent a picture of, right now it's blowing 35 miles an hour, and over there, and getting stronger, and it sent a picture of blowing up so much dust you can't even hardly see, and it was hard for him to, he's empty coming back, and it's hard for him to even hold on, you know, being bobtail. So it's no business for us to be out there with my small little camper, or even that big fifth wheel that Seat Former has. For safety, when it winds like that, you need to find a safe place, hold up, let it go. It ain't worth overturning one, causing damage, because I mean, if you cause damage, it costs you pretty much what? You don't want to run a load for nothing. Well, Cornbread's getting rowdy, so I'm gonna get off here, and we'll get down here and see what this wind, where we're gonna hit this wind at. Alrighty, well, about an hour away from the Texas line here. The wind, it kicked up pretty hard. We hit 30 and 40 mile an hour wind pretty quick. I seen it as I was driving. I seen dust blowing across, so I slowed down. As I hit it, I was all over the place. So I was driving about 40, 45 miles an hour until we found this Love's truck stop, which was plumb full. 18-wheelers were staking in here, other camper haulers, hot shot drivers. It was just too strong to be out with anything light. So there was a boot place. We come over here and parked, and got out, and Cornbread needed to get out, so it was dark. Took him over in the grass, and let him do his business, and he started yipping. I jerked him up from the leash. He's got a body leash on, and I jerked him up, and then when he did, something stuck me in my chest and through my sweatshirt and my t-shirt. I was like, man, I yipped. We went back to the truck, and somehow he got in some kind of, I don't know if it was cactus, thorns, or something. It was all over him, stuck into me, my hands, where I was picking them off of him. So had him, I was all in his paws. He couldn't walk. Got them all stuck out. So he's had a pretty rough first trip. But we're hoping the wind's going to die down. It might be around lunchtime today. So we didn't make it as far, but we still got plenty of time. It's just, need to be careful out there and look at the weather. Check out the Windy app because it can help. And hopefully we're gonna get rolling here soon and get on down the road. But I was just giving y'all an update on it and how the Windy app. I knew I was going to hit it, and I was watching it as I was getting closer and closer. So I knew, because if you're driving 70, 75 miles an hour and you hit the kind of wind that I hit last night to the side, it would have been dangerous. It would have been rough, because it was blowing 18 wheelers all over the place. Well, we got me and C Farmer got here apart. He's got a big fifth wheel and a big heavy one, and as I think it was 15,000 something. As we was parked, we had to keep moving parking spots because we was scared that the wind that was rocking the camper so hard, even on his, that we didn't know if it was going to turn them over, just being parked. So we got it where the wind was kind of blowing into the truck, not the camper. It was still rocking, but not as bad. But that's just something you got to look for in RV transport. That keep an eye out for the wind, the weather, and anything that can get in the way. But well, I guess we'll wait until we get rolling and see what happens. Alrighty, we finally made it over here. We was shut down 25 hours because of the wind. But, we still over here kind of early Monday morning, getting unloaded, waiting on the paperwork now. They're checking everything in. It was 2,114 miles, and it paid $1,860. All in all, light load, besides the 25 hours, had to sit. Pretty good. Got good fuel mileage. So that's probably about going to wrap it up for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, share, like, comment, subscribe. Oh, and the comment I had earlier in one of my videos where someone said that beware. I ordered some seat covers. When I get home, I'm gonna put them on because we're gonna go after a Florida load before we go home. Then we're gonna go on vacation. Yes, the dog hair, I could probably build another dog. I mean, I shave my head. I don't like hair, so I shave my head. It grows fast and thick. Every 2 days, you gotta shave it. I know I can't shave him, but yeah, I got enough hair in here to build another dog. But anyway, I hope y'all liked it, and y'all be careful out there, and I'll see you in the next one.